Who knows? Right folks, how's it going? I've come out for a bimble today. I've also bought me camera. I'm just going to go up to a lake up there, and then the farmers have chopped down or cut down all the grass and everything that's up there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take advantage of the situation. I'm going to collect a load of that grass up. And I'm going to do a little bit of basketry, I think. Coiled basket or something like that a little bit later. And also in the meantime, I'm just going to go and have a little bimble around. I don't live far from the estuary either. And then back in, I know when it was, January or February, for people that are regular viewers to the channel, you would have seen me sort of using cling film and making up sort of like a shelter. Well, I haven't been now, it's now June, and I haven't been there since back then. So since then we've had, you know, heavy winds and God knows what else, and there's all sea people around as well. So I'm going to go and have a little visit up there as well. So you know, as the saying goes, stay tuned, I suppose. What a beautiful day. Oh yeah, going to take advantage of this grass. This is like all the stray bits that the machinery don't pick up, so I'll be collecting a load of that in a little while. Nice. There's all loads of this plant. I'm not sure if it's goosefoot or it's Orange, I don't know how you pronounce it, but it's actually edible. I don't think you can confuse it with anything else. Both varieties are obviously, I believe, edible. Alright, but don't quote me on it, but I will quite happily munch on it. And it's absolutely carpeted around here. It's 10 to 9 now. And I'm eating salad for breakfast. I mean, how cool is that? How hardcore is that? Nothing like a bit of rabbit food, eh? I don't know if the camera picks it up, but sort of just over there, there's like someone's made a makeshift sort of boat, like a galleon almost, and not a bad little place to float it. I did actually bring a hobo reel with me. This little bit of a lake here is part of a quarry, and it's very secluded, it's out of the way, and what I was just going to do was actually just launch my hobo reel. I might still do that. I don't know if there's any fish in here, there might well be. There's certainly a lot of we'll get a lot of wildlife over here. You get a lot of like bird watchers, ornithologists and people like that come over here. They come over to the estuary. It's quite a nice microclimate here. I sort of sometimes I think, like I've said in the past videos when I've been around my own area, I kind of take it for granted. But anyhow, I think it's time for a brew. I'm sitting here, you know, just sort of chilling out really, having a coffee at the moment. And that boat over there, it reminds me of a book that I read, which is probably one of my favourite books ever, and that's The Second Meadow by Archie Hill. And there's a bit in it where he's obviously talking about, well, there's a lot of bits in it where he's talking about his Uncle Conk, who were all old poachers back in the day, him and his dad. And what Conk did, he made Archie a little boat, like a galleon. And what he done was he sort of snuck into like a fish farm, I suppose. And what they done was they actually baited the underneath of the boat with several strands of fishing line, baited the hooks, and they actually launched it inside. And they actually launched it inside this fishery, if you like. And the idea was that if the gamekeeper or whoever came along and obviously challenged Archie, who was obviously just a child back then, you know, he could obviously just plead a little bit of ignorance and say that he was in there because he wanted to float his boat because he was given a gift by his uncle. Great bit of ingenuity there, but great story as well, really. I've also bought this other camera out. When I'm out and about, sometimes I see some birds or stuff like that, and it's nice just to stick that footage in on the video. But unfortunately, we're having the GoPro's got no, you know, like no decent focus on it to get into anything close. So that's one reason why I bought it. The picture quality won't be good. So if I do see anything, and obviously I'll try and take up some close little video footage or something like that, then just, you know, understand that it's coming from that camera and not the GoPro. totally on the other camera for now, getting the GoPro charged up because obviously I've run out of charge already. So yeah, got my grass. So I'm still going to take a bimble around, and then eventually I'm going to go around to that shelter. So overgrown. The last time I was here was sort of January, February time. Just amazing. When it gets to summer, everything just, you know, obviously everything just changes so much. That's going to take a little bit of a beating down. It's Chimerian augustifolium, so it's like fireweed. It's quite edible. Leaves, flowers, and the inner part of the pithy centre. It's really good. I think they make Kapoya tea out of it in Russia, I believe, out of the leaves. If there's somewhere further down, I might collect it and have it in tea, actually. Try it, see what it's like. Actually, why don't I just do it now? Let's get some leaves off. Don't know how many I'll need. Go for the more succulent tops, I suppose. Well, I was not expecting that. Oh, see the clean films come up. Judging by that pathway that I've just come in on, there's no other walking through there other than, you know, foxes and stuff like that. No right. Unless they come from this way, but hopefully left it anyway if anyone has come by it. It may be in time I might just start to put some wood up there, build up some wood. Anyway, covered in spider webs. I've more so lit a fire really just to keep the mozzies away. It's really sheltered in here, it's lovely, obviously with all the, you know, the green stuff around, but obviously where it's quite shaded and everything else, and there's not a lot of wind getting through it. Not that it's that windy anyway, but there's not a lot of breeze getting through here, so I thought just light a bit of a fire. Yeah, alright, I can get some water on, but it's not really for, I would have just used my little stove. It's more for just keeping the mozzies away. I'll get this area I'll get this little spot tidied up, get the stretch wrap taken down, and I'll take that home and get it and put it in the rubbish. But yeah, I've got a nice little nettle garden growing at the moment, so that's handy, isn't it? At least I've got some cordage and some food growing there. Quite a good allotment, isn't it? Now that little grill that I'm using, that throwdown grill, that's a titanium one. I'll pack that one in my in the day sack with me in my little Helikon backpack. I'm coming out for the day. I didn't even really bring any fire lighting kit, no fat wood or anything, you know. I didn't even bring a ferro rod, so I just had to use my lighter, which is in this case today was a Zippo. But yeah, I just sort of kept that pack just for sort of little local day sort of trips out. And with that in mind, obviously I've got that throwdown grill in there, and then I've got my other one in my main pack by TJ and Metalworks, which if you haven't heard, go and check him out. Great bloke, great, you know, great blacksmith. Does some great camping gear. Anyway, plug out to you, Trev. Nice one, mate. Yeah, so I'm just gonna have a brew now. Get some water on, and then obviously we've got the grass that I collected earlier on. Got some raffia. I couldn't find my bone needles, so I've just bought out. This is just like a little case with a needle in the end, quite a big eyelet, so it can accommodate the raffia. I'm going to use that to sort of sew the basket. I'm going to do a coiled basket in this one. All right, so we'll have a brew first, and then we'll get on with that. So now I totally forgot. It's like a sieve. I've just knocked myself up a coffee, and I totally forgot that I've got those Chimera and Augustifolium leaves, which apparently in Russia they make a tea, kapoya or something like that, kapoya, whatever. I'm not you know. Anyway, so we'll put some in the water, infuse it, and see how it tastes, eh? But that's the you know, that's them leaves. Let's just get a stick quickly. Just let them. I ain't chopped them up or nothing, I'll literally just put them in there. So, yeah. It's been simmering on the fire now for some time. So you need a bit of a green colour coming out of the leaves. Let's get the rest of the leaves out. Dry that off. Well, bon appetit, eh? Let's give it a go. Very subtle. I mean, ain't much of a smell coming out of it, but it ain't bad tasting. I'll give it that, you know, for sort of like a natural tea. That ain't bad actually. That's you know, that ain't too sad. Yeah. You know what? That ain't bad at all. I'm going to collect some more of this on the way out, I think, and I might take a load of the leaves home and dry them out. and then stick them in a little, crush them down and keep them in a little pot. And ain't cost me anything, is it? I'll have a bit of a freebie from Mother Nature. Thank you, Mother Nature. Ain't bad at all. Yeah. Try the leaves. They're pretty bland. Right, so there's me sort of base. I'm just going to finish it off there so it's nice and round, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just then build up on the top so I can create the sides, the walls if you like. It's so, I mean, if you're doing this for your first time, and I'm no expert on it, that's for sure, but I do sort of have a go at it. But I do sort of use raffia. I think it just, you know, I mean, imagine having to make cordage using nettles or bark or something like that. It'd be an absolute nightmare. You'd need tons of the stuff. So, yeah, raffia, you know, you pick it up for sort of like £1 or whatever out of the shop, and then you've got a nice bundle of sewing material there, and then just a needle. You haven't got to have, you know, deer antler or anything like that. That's just a needle with a wide eyelet, you know, something that's going to accommodate the raffia, and then off you go. You know what I mean? It really isn't that you know, it isn't that I mean, it's not anything nice to look at. None of my stuff ever is, but it's all, to me, I'm a bit more on that practical side than I am the actual, you know, I don't want to put it on a shelf just to look at it. I want to use it. what I'm going to do now is I've got some goose grass and I'm going to use that just to finish off. This stuff is sticky as hell, and just to, you know, give it a little bit of a variety with the colour. Oh, there's my needle. Very pliable as well. Don't take no bending or anything like that. It really is just. So what do you reckon on that then? Tell you what, I wouldn't mind having a go at, I might even have a go when I'm out next, or at some point anyway, and make some. I'm going to try this for basket making. I bloody stabbed myself twice in the thumb. Needle. I went to one, ow, and then I did it a second time. Anyway, so I'm just going to tidy it up now, and got a nice little basket there. Right, word of advice, don't try this at home, kids. Oh, there it is, folks. Nice little basket. Use it for foraging. Well, use it forever. I'd use it as a tinder bundle if I really wanted to. So I'm going to continue now with some nettle cordies that I dried a few weeks back, and then I'll use that. Continue my my cordage. There's a piff in there. That's enough. walk through here. I thought that looks like a nice little bivvy bag spot. I come out that tree area. Right, nice little spot there. And that sycamore tree. I'll use the old basket now. Put the old fireweed, the Augustin milfolium. Put the low leaf leaves down, dry them. Take them out. Dry them up for teas. I'm not going to actually leave them in there though, because I'm sort of going home shortly. So what I'll do is I'll put them in my little snuggle sack. And I'll be able to dry them. Bon appetit. Jamiroquai. Emergency on planet Earth. I don't think I'll be wearing that for very long anyway, not this time of year. What do you reckon though? Pretty cool, isn't it? Won't it take off? Who knows? Alright folks, I'm going to end it there now, so take care, I'll see you on the next video, subscribe, all that sort of good stuff, check out the description, and I'll see you on the next video. Laters.